Considering the concerts are still made online at the moment and not everybody would be able to buy a ticket, I've decided to do a fun report, and this week we're talking about SixTONES. So the concert I've been watching was on the 6th of January at 6 PM because they're doing like some sort of matinee and then afternoon, so I was part of the second batch of that day. One thing that I've noticed that I was actually quite surprised about is there was no juniors. I was kind of expecting YAT-TUS to be there, but no, there was no juniors, no back dancers, no nothing. The set was actually very simple, no specific decorations or anything like that. So the theme of the concert was like to release the first album. There was not much to look at in terms of the set. There was no back dancers, so there was no transition. When they are doing costume changes, usually you have the juniors dancing or performing or things like that. No VTR introduction, you know, when they present each member, nothing like that. It was very simple. I'm used to seeing like more elaborate stuff, but then again, we came for the voices and the eye candy. So the first song they made was Mad Love, and this one is entirely in English. Since we don't have the album yet and they only put snippets online, this is the occasion for us to just discover the full song. Since it was the opening song for the concert, it was made with like the silhouette, so the screen was lit up and there was like some smoke effects on it, and it started with black and white, and they added like the member colors on it, and each member was coming onto the screen when they had to sing their part, and then they were just moving along. I found this very classy with like the smoke and stuff. I really like this one. The second song was Dance All Night, and this one is more of a club song. It gave me very Demotion from cartoon, you know, very Demotion vibe. There was nothing on the set, no back dancers, so the only thing that make it a club and discotheque like was just like the light. So there was a lot of lights and lasers and stuff like that, so it's like, yeah, party in the night. I forgot to mention the costume. They were wearing sunglasses, which added to the Demotion vibe for me. Then they removed the glasses and it's time for Navigator. So nothing special for Navigator, so moving on to Telephone, that was the one after that. On Telephone they did a little dance break, you know, at the end, like towards the end, just before Hokuto said, "Come here, girl," and you have the last two choruses at the end of the song. They did a little dance break. It was nothing very impressive because SixTONES is not known for choreography, but I found it cute to use the little remix. It's a bit of a change. It's nice. I appreciate it. So then there is the interlude. There was nothing. So the camera was just focusing on the lights, changing colors. There was nothing on stage. There was no VTR. And that is very unusual for Chinese concerts. So Julie just say, yeah, hello, hi, welcome, and just everybody left the stage to change. I was like, okay then, I'll wait. And when they came back, the costume this time was just like more of a beige and black. All of the costume that they had was kind of similar in terms of shape and in terms of design. It was always like with the jackets, with like some sparkle and fringe here and there, but it was pretty much very subdued and very simple. You have pretty much the same shape and the same style, but it's just changing the color palette. And this time was beige and black. So the next song was Six, and then we had Special Orders. I really like Special Orders. It's kind of a dance song, like a dance number, but they're not doing any specific choreography as opposed to Navigator, for example. But there's just this part when Jessie says, "Haters, come on!" and I'm just like, yeah, come on, let's go, bro. I have to say also that the floor got slightly attacked. There was some hipsters still on that floor, so it was still a good song, you know. I can't complain too much, you know. I can't ask for more than that. And then, no transition, we go to You and I. So it's a very different vibe. That's why it was a bit confusing to me. It's like, usually, you know, they have like these sets of like dance numbers, and we go to the ballad and stuff like that. It reminded me a bit of what Snowman did their DD concert. There was no specific chunks of set list. It ran more smooth in my opinion than the Snowman concerts. Going from Special Order to You and I was a bit surprising. And then we move on to the first two duets. The first one is My Hometown, so that's the duet between Shintaro and Kochi. They were just walking along the aisles in between the seats. The cute thing was just the carpet, because the carpet in the middle, it was like half yellow and half green, so the member colors, and then they were just singing, so there was not much to add to it. Because the reason I came here was the next song, Te Anata by Kyomoku. The moment I knew Kyomoku was releasing a duet, I didn't care about anything else. I don't care about the album, I came for this song! Because they are shooting MV for each of the songs, we've seen snippets of them. They kind of recreated the MV vibe with this, in the sense that they were just sitting at each side of the stage, and the screen was just split in the middle with them singing and not doing anything. I was expecting a bit more interaction. They're just playing with my feels at this point. I'm still buying it, but come on, give me something. The costume for this duet actually leads into the next song because it was a bit more like a rock, grungy type of outfits with like a lot of ripped clothes and stuff like that. And the member came after the duet and they were matching this outfit. So it was not even an outfit specifically for the song. Come on, Kyomoku. So the next song was So Addicted, and this time, so like I said, the costumes are a bit more urban, grunge type of outfits. There's always a bit of bling bling in there, okay? Like, it's still Johnny's, we need a bit of bling bling in there. The lights that were on each member were of their member colors. Then we move on to New World and to Laughing the Life. So again, not much to mention, nothing much is happening in terms of the set, the background. Then we have the MC, so the MC at this time was about hairs. I forgot to mention, Judy's hair is not pink anymore. I just noticed like, oh, we don't have pink hair anymore. It's just brown now, which it's still cute, but I miss the pink hair. They just got a little moment of, Jessie, please say it in English. And they just go along like a new era, new world and stuff like that. Judy mentioned that he loves Jessie's new hair color, which is like ashy blue, which is really cute. It's a big change from the red that he had, but it really suits him. I really like it as well. And then yeah, the usual MC, so presenting the album, talking about the individual works and stuff like that. And it ended with Okuto talking about Liar Liar. And then they put a little video, finally, a VTR, but it was basically a CM, like a commercial break for Hokuto's part of Into Liar Liar, because SixTONES is singing the theme for Liar Liar. So after the video, beautiful Hokuto by the way, beautiful as usual, the holy Hokuto. Then they sang the same song for Liar Liar. I just need to mention the mic stand because this is like the set change. It's just like mic stands and they have like the gigantic bouquet, and the color scheme is just like everything is just metallic silver. Each member have like roses inside with their own colors. Roses, it looks like roses. I'm not even sure what type of flower it was. Does anybody really care? I don't think so. So after this song is the last duet, and this one is Jessie and Judy. I have to make sure I pronounce it correctly because last time I said Jenny, but it works, it works. So extra VIP. They were both in white, and same thing as Kyomoku, it's just a transition costume because all the other members will come for the next song, and they are all wearing white to match Jessie and Judy's outfits. Extra VIP is just like yeah, in the club, motherfucker type of song, you know what I mean? You've seen the snippets, if you're here you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, sitting in the club and having lasers and like this gigantic disco ball. I don't know what is going on with disco ball this year. It just reminded me of ABCZ, so that just broke the vibe for me. It was like, interesting. So after extra VIP, all the members come on stage and we have coffee and cream. For this one, they were just lining up seats, and to each seat there was a table tablet, you know, like this, and there was like a glass pitcher. It looks like a pitcher, it's supposed to be a glass, but it looks like just a pitcher of water. It was this big, you guys. Or maybe that's a beer mug, which is confusing because it's coffee and cream. Anyway, they're sitting at the table, they're doing the choreography, like spinning on their chair and just dancing on the chair and, you know, dancing with the glass mug, whatever you want to call it. After that we move to Lemonade, and this time they're just walking around with their little mug. And this time instead of sitting, they're just standing up, and you have this type of pose with just like a little stand for them to put the glass slash pitcher slash mug on top of it. After Lemonade, they just move on to the main stage, and it's time for my favorite song, Hysteria! Nothing happening, but it's still amazing, so I love it. Still my favorite song up to this day, so I was happy. After Hysteria, they did a little costume change, but this time we have something a bit more interesting than just like look at the lights and wait for it to finish. It was just a little dance break, and I use the term dance break loosely, but yeah, it was just a little dance interlude, and it was edited from different positions on the stage and just ended up with the member lining up. And then it was transitioning into the same position of the members, but this time with a new costume. This time we went from white costume to black and blue. And the black and blue costume leads into not Navigator because they already did it. So it leads into Amazing and Ram Pam Pam. I have to mention something about Ram Pam Pam that made me laugh a lot. In the first verse, there's always this part when Hokuto says, we can have another round, and he's doing his little hip thrusting, you know? So the cameraman usually is doing a little close-up on that, and he was ready. Camera-san was ready. Hokuto comes in, he starts singing, he do a close-up on the crotch, and nothing is happening, so he just backs off. I found it so funny. It was like, ready, no, okay. I still appreciated the effort, Camera-san. Thank you. thank you for your hard work. And Hokuto, what the hell? And then moving on to the last set of songs. So we have New Era, Imitation Rain, ST, and then my live just crashed. You know, they were just starting to sing Lifetime. My stream just crashed. So by the time I managed to get back online, it was the end. And that's not the first time it happens. Thank you. So there you go. No ending for me and no ending for you.
Back where?